AJ Styles, and you're watching BrettO Live.
Welcome everybody to episode 153 of the Weekend Review Setup. This is where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a WWE action figure setup style. I'll tell you guys what happened, tell you what I thought about it. We're going to start off with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was okay. We're going to start off with it, and then of course we're going to jump into Smackdown about halfway through this video. So without further ado, let's jump in. But before we jump in, I just want to pay the obvious, well-deserved respects to Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, obviously passing away this past Monday. I just want to pay my obvious respects to him. Literally, one of the best bad guys of all time. Legendary Intercontinental Champion. May he rest in peace. What a legend right there. Innovator. One of the innovators of NWO, moving into WCW. It just literally changed the game. Razor Ramon, one of the best. So mad respect to him. Rest in peace, my man. Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. Wow. And then, of course, I just need to clear the air. I did film the last Weekend Review, episode 152, the part where I talked about SmackDown. I filmed that before I knew that Big E broke his neck. Another unfortunate situation here this week for wrestling-related type, news. But yeah, Big E suffered a bad injury in his match with Ridge Holland and them, and it was pretty rough. I did notice it when I was watching the match, but I didn't really pay to. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, because I was like half paying attention. I think I might have been talking to somebody, so I didn't really notice it too crazy enough. But mad respect to Big E. There's rumors that he might not wrestle again. I hope those rumors are false, and he comes back better, bigger, badder. Monday Night Raw. Moving over here, we opened up the show with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, he come out and he responded to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Of course, because Stone Cold Steve Austin did respond, he said, I accept. I will be on your episode of the KO show at WrestleMania. And Stone Cold said in his little promo video, he's like, you haven't lit this spark in me and Kevin Owens in like 17 years. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Stone Cold, you've been on multiple different talk shows and junk, Like, I feel like Kevin and Stone Cold are advertising this as a wrestling match. But it's not a wrestling match. It's a Kevin Owens show promo. But I feel like Kevin Owens, even in his promo, he was talking about, I'm going to brutalize, and he was talking about how he's going to, it's going to get physical at WrestleMania. Like, Kevin Owens is talking like it's a match, but it's not a match. It's a Kevin Owens show episode, which I find very odd, which I'm excited for. It ought to be good. I wish it was a match, obviously. But yeah, opening promo was okay. And then Kevin Owens later, he approached Seth Rollins, and he says, hey, what do you have for WrestleMania? And then Seth Rollins is like, oh my God, I have a great idea. How about me versus you tonight? Winner hosts the talk show at WrestleMania. Why would Seth Rollins want to host a talk show at WrestleMania? Wouldn't you want to wrestle at WrestleMania? I didn't really understand why Seth Rollins would want to host a talk show. I know it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, but still, I'm like, what? What are you talking about, Seth? Don't you want to face Cody Rhodes? They were in Jacksonville, Florida. No Cody Rhodes whatsoever. Do I still think it's possible? It's possible, but I think this would have been prime time for Cody to pop out, especially in Jacksonville, AEW country. But yeah. Anyways, Seth and Kevin, they fought in the main event of the show. Winner will host the Kevin Owens show or the freaking talk show, whatever Seth Rollins would call his talk show. Match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It's just that what they were fighting for, I was just like, what? But in the end, Kevin Owens obviously picked up the victory because they've already been advertising Kevin and Stone Cold, and they already have beef. Stone Cold doesn't have beef with Seth. Why would they even, it was just a weird angle. But I did enjoy the match, but just the angles were weird. Moving over here, it was Omos going up against Commander Aziz. This match was okay. I don't like either of them. I hate Commander Aziz. I hate Omos. I'm not a fan of either of them. But match was okay, I guess. Some brawling. Omos hit a decent-sized suplex to the 300-pound Commander Z, so that was pretty impressive. And then he pinned him, and then he attacked Apollo Crews after the match. So Apollo Crews has gone back to Apollo Lose. It was short-lived. But yeah. Omos is still on a destructive path, and he has yet to have his back hit the mat. I've realized that Omos, his back has never touched that mat. Believe it or not, it's crazy to think about, but Omos has never been taken down. Did I like it? No. Moving over here, oh my gosh, Edge. Please let me know down in the comments down below right now. What do you guys think of this new Edge thing? Like, I'm all for heel Edge, but not this type of heel Edge. Edge cuts another promo with the black light on. Ugh, so annoying. He's dressed in these garbage clothes. Like, I know he's a heel, but this is just not working for me. Anyways. Talked about AJ Styles, and he talked about how when he returned in 2020, he fought to please the people, and he forgot that he's the ultimate opportunist, and he like forgot about chasing titles and this and that, which I thought was kind of good. But then at the same time, the black light, so distracting. The clothes he's wearing, so distracting. Came out with a new theme song. It's just like, oh my god. In my mind, I'm just like, no. I didn't like so many things about this. More bad than good in that promo, for sure. Moving over here, it was Bianca Belair going up against Doudrop for like what seems the fourth time. She hit another KOD on Doudrop, which it was impressive the first couple times, but she did it again. It's like the fourth time we're seeing the KOD to Doudrop. I could care less. In the end, Bianca Belair was able to beat Doudrop, obviously. And then after the match, Becky Lynch attacked Bianca Belair, setting up their rivalry and, setting up their match for a little more for WrestleMania, which I am excited for, even though it's a 2-day, 9-hour extravaganza, but whatever. Becky Lynch grabs a chair, puts it over the neck of Bianca Belair, and sends her into the steel post. I thought this was a pretty cool maneuver. Again, advancing their rivalry, getting it, it was already personal because of the SummerSlam match, but just getting more personal, and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't like the Doudrop and Bianca stuff, though, but that wasn't too bad. Moving over here was Liv Morgan versus Queen Selena. Nothing really to this match. Carmella got distracted with Corey Graves and jumped in his lap. I thought that was kind of funny because she tried to distract Rhea. He's like, I saw you do that. I saw you jump on the apron. I'm like, oh my god. But anyways, Liv Morgan was able to hit the whatever her finisher is called. I think it's the Oblivion off the ropes, and then she pinned Queen Selena. So that's a pretty good victory. She pinned the Queen of WWE. So that's not too bad, honestly. Moving over here is Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. I'm like, dang, they're giving us this match? I'm like, oh, it's guaranteed. It's Finn Balor. He's the new United States champion. They're going to make him look good, right? Priest is going to make a mistake or something to lose, and he doesn't look bad losing. But no, Austin Theory. Finn Balor directed his attention a little bit too much towards Austin Theory in the outside. He drop-kicked him while he was a special guest on commentary, which I was like, oh no, Finn, put your attention towards Damian Priest. He gets back in the ring, and then Priest was able to hit the Reckoning, as Jimmy Smith says it. So annoying. He says it the same way every time. He says, and the Reckoning from Damian Priest. I'm like, shut up, Jimmy Smith, you're so annoying. But anyways, Damian Priest, he hit the Reckoning on Finn Balor and pinned Finn Balor. And then Austin Theory kind of came in for a beatdown. I'm like, oh man, Austin Theory, you're supposed to be feuding with freaking Pat McAfee. I know it's not SmackDown, but still. But yeah, Finn Balor lost as United States champion, which I don't know how I feel about that. Moving over here, it was Dominic and Rey Mysterio going up against the Hurt Business. This match was nothing special. Dominic was able to hit the 5-star frog splash and pin Cedric Alexander to pick up the victory. But then right after the match, Logan Paul and The Miz, they rushed the ring and attacked the Mysterios. I guess it advances their rivalry a little more for Mania. Do I really care? No. They were able to fend him off a little bit, though, and then they got their hands on Logan Paul a little bit until Miz pulled Logan Paul out of the ring. But the Mysterios reigned tall, which I thought was kind of cool. I was expecting Logan and the Miz just to dominate them, but no, the Mysterios did reign tall in the end, which I thought wasn't too bad. Moving over here, it was a birthday celebration that Randy Orton set up for Riddle, because I guess it was Riddle's birthday, and he set it up, and obviously, Randy Orton, he doesn't do birthday parties, so it wasn't the best setup, but Riddle's like, he's my best friend, this looks great. He got popcorn and junk. He was like, Riddle's just like, this is a great party. I love these two, Riddle and Randy together. I love it. RK Bro, definitely one of the best tag teams going on right now. They're great. I love them together. But then the Street Profits, they interrupted the birthday celebration, I guess, and then Montez Ford disrespected Randy, and Riddle's like, I thought we were cool, Montez, and you just disrespected Randy. We're having a match. So it was a match one-on-one, and then it basically just got interrupted by Alpha Academy, setting up our match for WrestleMania, which is more than likely going to be a triple threat tag team match for the Raw tag team titles, RK Bro, Street Profits, and Alpha Academy. But yeah, wasn't too bad, I guess, but not my favorite thing on the show for sure. But yeah, guys, in the end, the show was just okay. I'm definitely going to give it a 2 out of 5. And now we're going to jump into SmackDown. Jumping into the SmackDown for this week. Wasn't a bad show. Kept me entertained. good action, decent build-up for WrestleMania. As I'm going to emphasize the word decent build-up for WrestleMania. But yeah, we're going to start off with the opening of the show. Let's go. Starting off with the opening promo of the show, it was the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns making his way down to the ring with a bunch of different bunch of different pyro for Roman Reigns like every other week. They were in Charlotte, North Carolina, so Roman asked for the city to acknowledge him, and of course they did. Paul Heyman interrupted Roman Reigns during the promo, saying Brock Lesnar's not going to be able to make the show tonight. But no, nor did Paul know. His plane literally landed, and within seconds, he got to the arena. How? I have no clue. Oh, maybe he was already there? I don't know. But anyways, Roman, the Usos, and Paul Heyman, they got all super distraught after they realized that Brock Lesnar was coming to the arena. They got backstage. They tried to escape in a car, and Brock Lesnar drove some sort of boom forklift machine right through the windows of the van that they were already in, which was freaking mind-blowing. I was like, holy crap, this is like some Braun Strowman type crap, or some Steve Austin type crap, you know what I'm saying? So Lesnar drove the boom into the thing, and then they escaped into like a 2002 Chevy Silverado, and then Lesnar broke the door off it as they escaped in some random truck. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So absolute mayhem to start off the show. I really enjoyed it. Decent build-up to WrestleMania. Obviously, Roman and the Usos weren't in that van when he drove the forklift in it. I don't even think Brock was driving the forklift. I think it was a super edited video, and I do not think Lesnar was even driving that forklift. But anyways, sticking to the story, I thought it was really cool. Good build-up for Mania, in my opinion. Moving over here, it was Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura going up against Los Lotharios in a tag team match. Pretty basic stuff here. Decent action. It wasn't bad, giving Boogs and Nakamura a little build-up for Mania, because, of course, the face and the Usos, you're going to want to give them a little momentum going into Mania. So they would pick up the victory over Los Lotharios. Match wasn't bad. It's okay. Moving over here, it was the Viking Idiots and Drew McIntyre going up against Happy Corbin, Jinder Mahal, and Shaky. Madcap Moss sat this one out. This is the match that we were supposed to get last week, but of course, the Happy folks attacked the Viking Idiots backstage, not giving us that match. So this week, we got the match. Wasn't bad. 6-man tag team action. Happy Corbin didn't get touched whatsoever. I don't know why they're protecting him so much. He's going to get his freaking butt kicked at Mania, I guarantee it. But yeah, in the end, the Viking Idiots and Drew McIntyre were able to pick up the victory in this 6-man tag team match. Wasn't bad. Not my favorite thing in the show. Moving over here, we had Sami Zayn. He was backstage, and he challenged Johnny Knoxville to a no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania. Anything goes. And it fits Johnny Knoxville well, because dude's hardcore, man. Literally will put his body on the line. So it's going to be awesome. As you guys know, in past weekend reviews, I've kind of hated on Knoxville a little bit, but they're building this up a little. They're building it up pretty good. This rivalry started back at the Rumble, and, he eliminated him from the Rumble. So this is actually a decent build up to Mania. I could give it its props. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited for the No Holds Barred match at Mania. Moving over here, Austin Theory, and yes, I do know that is the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, John Laurinaitis, but I'm intending that to be Pat McAfee. But yes, they had a little promo in the ring, and, typical stuff. Austin Theory taunted him a little bit, but Pat McAfee was not allowed to touch Austin Theory, otherwise the match would be put up in jeopardy at WrestleMania. He talked to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon suggested that he apologize to Austin Theory because, of course, Vince and Austin have the little relationship, whatever going on there. So he apologized in sort of like a, funny way, like, I apologize that your parents raised a piece of crap or something along the lines of that. So he did apologize technically, but then Austin Theory kind of just pushed him and then left the ring like a coward. I am looking forward to their match at Mania. I'm not going to lie. Pat McAfee and Austin Theory ought to be good. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with it. As far as this promo goes, wasn't bad. Moving over here, Sheamus going up against the guy that almost killed Big E last week. Freaking Ridge Holland. Kofi versus Ridge, and Kofi took another L. I was really happy that WWE finally acknowledged Big E. They showed that he's doing okay and everything with the next situation. Obviously, props go out to Big E, because wow, man, absolutely insane bump that he took. Holy crap. But yeah, anyways, Ridge Holland did pick up the victory over Kofi Kingston, and then it was pretty interesting. Sheamus was holding back Butch, showing that, Butch is, an unstable, person, sort of like Dean Ambrose. He had to hold him back multiple times from jumping in the ring. So I guess that's the character that they're trying to push for Butch. Obviously, it's freaking Pete Dunne, dude. Former UK champion. One of the longest reigning ever UK champions. Like, what the crap? But yeah, that was all crap in my opinion. Speaking of crap, moving over here. It was Naomi and Sasha Banks going up against Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And this tag team match actually wasn't that bad. But it ended in complete bullcrap. Shayna Baszler and Natalya run down, and they just start beating up on him. Ding, 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 ding. Bell rings, disqualification, and basically they're added to make it a fatal four-way at WrestleMania. So now it's going to be Carmella and Selena, Shayna and Natalya, and then Naomi, Sasha, and then Rhea and Liv. Fatal four-way women's tag team title match at Mania. Am I looking forward to it? No, but I want Naomi and Sasha to win at Mania. As far as all this goes, I thought it was complete crap. And then to end the show, we had Charlotte's challenge. Basically, in other words, Charlotte's promo. Charlotte came out. She said how, of course, because they were in Charlotte, North Carolina, her hometown. And yeah, she basically just said, I'm going to beat Ronda Rousey. I slammed her on that Cadillac last week. I'm going to dominate Ronda at WrestleMania. Not happening. Ronda ends up coming out after Charlotte calls her out. And also, I want to point out, Charlotte did the woo. She said, woo, out there. And I'm like, oh my God, didn't Vince ban that? Didn't Vince ban the woo? Charlotte wooed, dude. It caught me so off guard. I was not expecting it. I don't know if it caught anybody else off guard, but it caught me off guard. But anyways, they brawled to the outside of the ring, and then the announce table was broken after Charlotte sent Ronda Rousey through it with a powerbomb. And earlier, during the Kofi and Ridge match, the announce table kind of pre-broke, which I found kind of funny, because it was all set to break during the Charlotte and Ronda promo, which I thought was kind of funny. But as far as this goes, good build-up. Solid build-up for Mania. Charlotte getting the best of Ronda Rousey 2 weeks in a row, slamming her on the car last week, and then this week slamming her through the announce desk. So, yeah, WrestleMania, it's got me a little more excited than I was like a month ago. But yeah, guys, this Smackdown episode wasn't too bad. I'm going to give it a solid 2 out of 5. And let me know what you guys thought about the shows down in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live out.